Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss the last unit of the level 3 diploma in business management. This is unit 6, and in this unit we will discuss about the marketing in the business. So in this unit we will discuss that how marketing is helpful to run your business in the successful or in an efficient manner. The first learning outcome of this unit is to know about the basic marketing principles. And the first assessment criteria to understand this learning outcome is to explain the role of marketing in business. So in this slide, I will try to explain the different roles of the marketing in the business. We have different role of marketing in the businesses. The first role is that marketing always pinpoint what our customers truly desire to guide the product development. The second role of marketing is that marketing always finds opportunity where the competition is lacking, and it ensures that its business stay ahead of its competitor to get the competitive edge in the market. The third role of marketing is that marketing always crafts clear and compelling message to make its product and services stand out in the market. And the third role of marketing is that marketing always fuels the visibility and engagement through its targeted campaigns to increase the sales of the company. The second assessment criteria is to explain the constraints placed on the marketing activities. So we have different marketing activities constraints here you can see in the picture. The first is the consumer protection legislation. There are many laws that are set to safeguard the customer from any misleading, harmful, or any deceptive marketing practices. The second is the ethical consideration. So it is very important for the marketing team to uh, to trend very carefully to ensure that it respects all the societal values, all the fairness and all the integrity. The third constraint is about the environmental considerations. It is very important for the marketing to align with the sustainability to reduce the environmental impact and promote the economic friendly practices. Another constraint is the trading standards. It is again important for the marketing to follow all the legal standard on product descriptions, its quality, its safety, and always avoid any false claims about their product or their service. The fourth marketing constraint is about the broadcasting codes of practice. The marketing and media is always regulated to make sure that its content is accurate, appropriate, and compliant with all the broadcasting rules. The third assessment criteria is to explain why conducting the marketing research is important or beneficial to the business. So in this slide, I will try to explain the benefits of the marketing research. We have different benefit of the marketing research. The first is that it carry out market segmentation. The marketing research always helps to divide the marketing into different groups, and it allows for more targeted and effective market. The second benefit of the marketing research is to identify the marketing research. It is important to identify in which market you are going to produce your product or services, or in which market you are going to launch your product or services. It reveals the layout of market. It shows how the different players, different channels, and customer segments interact. The third benefit of the marketing research is that it recognizes the competitor activities. The marketing research always keeps the business aware of the competitor move, and it helps to adjust the strategies to stay competitive in the market. The fourth assessment criteria is to state different ways in which the impact of marketing can be measured. So we have different measures that can impact the market. So now I will try to explain these measures one by one. So the first measure is sales trend. It always tracks the shifts in the sales volume over the time, which helps to gauge the marketing effectiveness of the company. The second measure was the sales revenue. The sales revenue helps the company to measure its income that is generated directly from its sales to assess the financial impact of its marketing efforts. The third measure is the profit. The profits always help to evaluate the increase in the profits to determine the return on the marketing investment. Then we have customer feedback. It is important for the companies to gather the customer feedback or customer responses, which help the companies to understand their perception of marketing messages and campaigns. Then we have the second learning outcome, which is about to know about the different marketing campaigns. The first assessment criteria is to explain the elements of the marketing mix. So now I am trying to explain the marketing mix to you people. We have four P's in marketing mix. The first is product, then we have price, then we have place, and then we have promotion. Okay, so in this slide, I will try to explain the different components of the marketing mix to you people. So there are total four components of marketing mix. The first one is product. The product can be any item or any service that company can offer to meet the needs of the customer. For example, it can be any mobile phone. Then the second component is the price. The price is basically the amounts charged for the product reflecting the value and its market condition. For example, that some company charge $1,000 for the mobile phone. So this is the price of that particular product. Then we have place. Place is basically the distribution channels where the product is sold. For example, any retail store where mobile is selling. The fourth marketing mix component is promotion. These are basically different social media ads and activities that are used to raise the awareness and drive the sales. For example, different social media advertisements. Now we have second assessment criteria in which we explain the purpose of marketing campaigns. So we have different purposes of the marketing campaign. The first one is that it increase the brand awareness. The campaign spread the word. It makes sure that more and more people recognize and remember the brand. The second purpose is that it promote the new product or services event. The campaign shine a spotlight on new offerings and it gets them in front of the potential customer. The fourth purpose of marketing is that it increase the customers. The campaigns of the marketing really attract and engage more customer and it expand the reach of the business. The fourth purpose is that it increase the sales. Campaigns aim to boost the revenue by converting interest into actual purchases. Now we have the third assessment criteria in which we explain that how businesses use digital marketing to support a marketing campaign. So here is the digital marketing and the different marketing campaigns of the company. The first digital marketing campaign is about the social media. Businesses use different social media platform to interact with their audience. They share different contact and also they run the targeted ads to attract the or to grab the customers. The second tactic is the blog. The regular blog by the companies create the valuable content. It improves the SEO of the company and it also position the brand as an authority. The third technique is the banner or banner advertisement. Different eye-catchy banners on the website increase the visibility of the brand and it also drive traffic to specific promotion. And then we have fourth technique called as SEO, search engine optimization. SEO always boosts the visibility of the campaign and improve the ranking of the business in the search engine results. Now we have the third learning outcome, which is about to be able to conduct the marketing research. So we have the first assessment criteria to understand this learning outcome, and it is to explain the different methods of primary marketing. So now I will try to explain these methods one by one to you people. So first one is the observation. Observation means monitoring the actions of the customer in real world, setting together different insight. For example, tracking in-store shopping behavior. Then we have the second method called as focus group. It is the small diverse group which discuss the product or services and it always provide the detailed feedback and opinions. Then we have third method called as interviews. It is one-on-one discussion and it's dive deep into the individual customer preferences, its his attitude and his behaviors. Then we have the fourth method called as questionnaires. Questionnaires are basically the structured surveys filled out by the respondent to collect the specific data according to their needs and opinions. Now we have the second assessment criteria of the third learning outcome, in which we state different factors which influence the choice of the primary marketing research method. So here are different factors that can influence the choice of primary market research method. The first factor is the reason for research, like why are you researching the market? It is the specific objective or problems that are being investigated, and they will determine the best method to collect the relevant data. Then we have the availability of resources. It is basically the budget, the time, or the manpower that is available, and it will influence whether to use more costly or time intensive research technique. Then we have reporting requirement. It is the depth and format of the desired report, and it will guide the choice of the method that can deliver the necessary data of the company. Now, in the third assessment criteria, we will conduct primary and secondary research to identify different business opportunities. Now I will explain these methods one by one. The first one is the internet research. So internet research is all about gathering the data from different online sources, for example, from website, from industry forums, and also from the public databases. Then we have journal research. Journal research is basically to access the academic journals and publications which can help you to find the credible or peer-reviewed data and trends. Then we have different reading reports. It is basically to evaluate the reports of the market and white papers from any trusted organization to understand the industry movements. So now you can dive into the secondary research by reading the industry reports on the growing trends of the coffee. You can also score the internet research, and you can see that other cities have had success with the similar shops. You can also check the journal articles on consumer spending habits, and you can discover that the younger generations are always willing to pay the premium price for unique coffee experiences. Another light bulb moment for you is that your coffee shop can thrive if you cater to this trends. Now we have the fourth assessment criteria in which we assess the market research findings to form a marketing plan. So here are the different steps for the marketing research finding. The first step is to identify the target audience need, like what your target audience actually want, what are their needs. So you have to focus on promoting the specialty of the coffee and a cozy atmosphere to meet the customer desires. At the second step, you have to analyze the competitive landscape. You have to see what your competitors are doing. So you have to position your business as a local premium alternative to corporate chains. The third step is the product and pricing strategy of your product. So you have to set higher prices to reflect the quality and the premium experience that customers are expecting from you. Now you have the fourth step in which you promote your product. It is the promotions and different channels. So you have to use Instagram or other influencer partnership to visually market your cafe's unique vibe. Now, the last step is the location and distribution. You have to capitalize on high foot traffic, and you have to promote the locals with the targeted offers. Okay, now we have the fourth learning outcome in which you should be able to plan a marketing campaign. So, the first assessment criteria is to plan the marketing campaign for product or service or any event. So in this slide, I will try to explain the marketing campaign for gourmet pizza delivery service. For example, you are launching a new gourmet pizza delivery service and you aimed to target the late night customers. So here are the some step of your marketing campaign. First, you will set the clear objective, and it will uh, help you to effectively implement the marketing campaign. So your objective can be to increase the brand awareness and get 50 orders per day in the first 3 months. Then you have to identify your target audience. For example, your target market is night owls or the night customers. They can be the students, they can be the young professionals who want gourmet pizza delivery after 9 p.m. Then at the third step, you have to choose the right channels. For example, you should focus on different social media advertisement, for example, Instagram, Facebook, Google Ads, and you can also use the local influencers to promote your late night services of the gourmet pizza. Now we have the second assessment criteria of this fourth learning outcome in which we present the marketing campaign to a relevant audience. So this is the presentation of the late night gourmet pizza delivery campaign. For example, the introduction of the marketing campaign include that we launched the gourmet late night pizza delivery service, which aims to satisfy the late night cravings of the customer. Then we have the campaign objective, and our campaign objective is to increase the brand awareness of the customers, and we have to achieve 50 orders per day within the first 3 months. Then we have our targeted audience. Our target audience are the students, young professionals, or night owls that seek the gourmet food after 9 p.m. Then we have different marketing channels through which we can market our product, and it can be Instagram, Facebook ads, and we targeted all late nights ad. Then we can have Google ad for the late night food searches, and we can also use the local influencer to create the buzz interviews. Then we have the key messaging, like what message we are going to deliver to our customer. For example, our message can be get premium pizza delivered hot and fresh when the world sleeps. Then we have the budget allocation. For example, we allocate $5,000 for social media, we allocate $2,000 for influencer marketing, and we allocate $1,000 for Google Ad. Then we have the proper timeline. For example, our campaign launches on 1st October and we can run it for 3 months with an influencer even in the first week. Then we have the structured decision making. We have the structure by setting our objective, by identify the target audience, by selecting the channels, and by budgeting. Then we have to measure our success. We can track our success. For example, we can track our ad matrices, their impressions. We can track the social media engagement, like how many likes, shares, and comments are there. And we can also order the volume, and we can also value the customer feedback. Now we have the third learning outcome in which we reflect on the feedback to make informed improvements to a marketing campaign. So we have to reflect on the feedback to improve our campaign. The positive aspects include like identify what worked well in your campaign. For example, your strong engagement and high reach on social media. Then you have to identify the different areas for improvement. For example, you can highlight your weaknesses such as the low conversion rate or underperforming channels, so they need the adjustments. Then you can also think forward. You can use the feedback to adopt the future strategies. You can focus on the optimizing the weak points and building on the success of the business. Thank you so much. This is all about the unit 6 of the level 3 diploma in the business management. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Thank you so much.